Sir, you're charged with criminal trespass. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. Looks like your case is extremely old. 700.
All right, pause right here. 714 days old. That's nearly 2 years. In court terms, that's ancient history. Cases sitting this long usually scream paperwork problems, missed follow-ups, or procedural breakdowns. And when delays stack up like this, it often works in the defendant's favor.
114 days old, sir. They've given you multiple PR bonds. I guess we should be happy that you made it to court.
On October 25th of 2022, HPD officers conducted a trespass investigation at the Icon gas station located at 7997 West Airport Boulevard in Harris County, Texas. Officers advised that the location has an active trespass affidavit in effect. Officers advised that they observed the defendant standing on the property next to a posted no trespass sign. Officers advised that they also made contact with the complainant, an employee of the gas station, who advised the defendant was trespassing at the location.
Had he been previously warned not to be there? Or was it just a no trespassing sign and he just goes there for the first time?
So, Judge, it's the defendant and multiple other males. There's an active trespass affidavit on file. They approach this defendant. They find marijuana on him after they detain him. They ask him multiple times if he would.
This is a classic courtroom twist. The judge is basically saying, I'm letting you go today, but consider this your final warning. No probable cause right now, but from this moment forward, that warning becomes legally enforceable. One step back onto that property, and the case becomes airtight.
Be willing to participate in the marijuana diversion program. You refused several times, but I don't see anything.
No priors?
I don't see anything about the complainant.
So, look, when you show up to court, good things happen. I'm going to find no probable cause in your case now. But I want you to understand, you are now on notice. You can't go back to this gas station. Stop. You can't go there anymore. If you go there again, they're going to arrest you for criminal trespass. I'm finding no probable cause now because I don't see that the prior warning was issued. But I am issuing the warning to you now. If you go back there today, tomorrow, next week, next year, they're going to arrest you for trespass.
Just get caught. Just get caught. He can probably trespass.
So, Lucy, listen, it's not a discussion. They have the right to tell you they don't want you there, and they don't want you there. Find another place to go to. Now I'm going to find no probable cause. You're free to go. Okay?
And I'm following dismissal now.
All right, man. Take care.
All right, so I'm good.
And show up to court. Show up to court. So your lawyers are bringing you, or your lawyer is bringing you out here because she's asking me to set you a bond. I don't know. I don't know anything about you. My main concern are two. Number one, are you a danger to our public? Number two, if you are not a danger, are you going to go back? Both of those are evidenced by how you look on paper, what kind of criminal history you have. When is the last time you've gotten in trouble? If so, we'll go into that now and determine all these questions.
At this time, the state's asking for no bond. It doesn't have any criminal history, but we are concerned about the facts surrounding this charge. He wanted out of Polk County, Florida, and I do have the probable cause on this one.
Ish.
On or about October 7th, 2024, the defendant made two separate calls to the Polk County Sheriff's Office. In their first call, the defendant alleged that he had dispatched or killed a police officer.
This is where everything shifts from strange to seriously alarming. False reports about killing law enforcement aren't just pranks. They're treated as potential terror threats. Even without physical harm, the intent and repetition alone can justify extreme caution from the court.
And he asked to take the officer's vehicle to return it to the sheriff's office. After refusing to provide more info to the call taker, defendant then stated he would dump the car in a canal. During his second call to the sheriff's office, the defendant questioned how often the sheriff's office calls to check on their officers and how long it would take for them to know that one guy had not called in and was in a problem. The defendant stated that his line of questions was for him. Sheriff's office conducted a countrywide well-being check on the deputies and officers and found none to be harmed. Under these exigent circumstances, the defendant was then traced back by ID and phone carrier as well as caller ID. The FBI had previously ID'd defendant in January of 2024 as having made several threats about killing law enforcement officers on YouTube video, which I have those statements if you want to hear them. But Defendant had also made several calls to other jurisdictions, including Kentucky and Tampa, that he had drowned or killed its abuse. So we are concerned about the danger.
So he's made similar calls in other states as well? Was he living in those states? Just calls from Florida?
So he called Kentucky. He also called Tampa. The YouTube comments he left in January 2024 did ask suggestions of what state to shoot a cop in. We are concerned about the facts around it.
When did this happen? So is it a 2B? Was he charged and then fled?
So the offense happened earlier this month on October 7th. It was issued.
Wow, that's 4 days ago.
Issued October 8th.
Was he here? Was he over there? It just randomly called a different county in Florida? Just
The address they have for him is in Florida.
say it again?
The address that they have for him is in Delray Beach, Florida.
Notice how logistics suddenly matter as much as guilt. Natural disasters, manpower shortages, interstate coordination, these real-world factors directly affect whether someone stays locked up or gets temporary freedom. Justice isn't just about law, it's about resources.
I can also call Dave if you need him, but
Being what's going on in Florida now, how long is it going to even take to get them over here to get him?
we'd be setting him out for 14 days, so it'd be 2 weeks.
I know that you're setting him out for 2 weeks, but are they going to have the manpower to even come get him at that time? I think that there's a lot of other priorities. There's still millions of people without power. Right. And that adds it. So I'm going to presume that they're not going to get him in 14 days. They're going to want an extension at their minimum. So I don't know, Sonia. It's just.
Bond has been set on one of the two charges. The charge they're not going to set a bond until he actually makes the first appearance.
What was the bond set at? Do you know?
5,000 on one case, and the other case is 0 bond.
Yeah, no bond until he has his first appearance on the.
Are they? They're both felonies, I would presume.
Yes, a felony 2 in the public. Jay says the sheriff's office is open and should let us know within a day or 2 if they can.
What do you do with yourself these days, Mr. Warren?
I work for a company that hosts events. I'm a facilitator trainer. I train automotive salespeople on new products for different companies. I travel, they travel me. We set up a big event, like for Toyota, for instance. They bring out all the regional salespeople, and then we make presentations presenting the new products, have them drive the cars. May I add something or
Sure.
I did live in Florida. I know I had a bad night with all this stuff. I got divorced about a year ago before I moved up here. This was
Don't talk about the cases.
okay. I understand. They informed me, but I'm not a danger. I don't have a record. I don't have any ill will, or whatever happened was a one-off. I understand. I did acquire counsel so that I can resolve this issue. I have no intention of harming. I've asked for extensions for work and everything so that I can go down and take care of this. I will get myself down, even if it means waiting a little bit or dealing with the problems with the hurricane. I can.
Do you have any weapons?
No, nothing. One bedroom apartment. Yeah.
Is there any way to search if someone has a weapon, a registered weapon, somehow through a database? When you buy a weapon.
I know it goes to the ATF, but there is not.
Is there a way?
There's an ATF report you can draft it, but it takes a while to get back to us. It's not like an instant thing, okay, let's see,
I want to make sure that he doesn't have any weapons.
He also has conditions requested by law enforcement officers not to have, but.
When a judge openly says, "This scares me," that's huge. Judges are trained to stay neutral, but repeated threats across multiple states trigger a public safety override. At this point, The court isn't asking if something could happen, it's asking when. Let me ask you, would you release someone like this, or keep them locked up just in case?
I know that, but I want to know, does he have any weapons at his disposal? If we let him out, he's going to go harm someone. I mean, it scares me. How long do you think we can know whether he has any registered weapons or not?
Sometimes it takes weeks, Judge. It depends on the investigator, who they know an ATF that can draft a report. It's really, there's no time frame.
Dave says that he can look up the firearm if you give him a second. He also says it's not a one-off and that FBI had him in January 2024.
Say it again?
He also says that it's not a one-off since the FBI had him in January of 2024 earlier for the YouTube comments. And Polk County had the call just earlier this month.
So it's 3 different places.
Well, he wanted to hear from Polk County on this one. He did have that earlier event in January 2024 for FBI.
I mean, it's just scary that, the good thing is that they'll be here within 2 weeks to get you. Mr. Roy, you got to understand that this really scares me. I mean, this is not a one-off. You're making YouTube comments. Now you're making actual phone calls that allegedly that you're, killed an officer.
If I made a comment on a YouTube, it was something, I understand, something I saw that made me angry possibly, but not having to do. I understand.
Don't. If it was a one-off perhaps, but over and over. And so let me think about it. And I want to know if you have any registered weapons first off, and then, well, I'll get back to you. Okay. All right. Thanks.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
I just want to say the filings of this direction.
You good? Okay, great. Okay. You're going to get a 7-day setting after you post.
Okay.
So feel free to get a different date.
Okay.
We need to make sure Mr. Kennedy signs the MOAP this time. I don't want to.
I'll put it in the map. I don't put it.
Okay, good. I don't want to make that mistake again.
So you're setting the bond for housing?
On both. Yeah. Okay, guys.
Thank you.
Have fun. Great weekend.
Page 23, Paez.
Good morning, Mr. Paez Gonzalez. Mr. Paez Gonzalez, you're charged with an indecent exposure with a previous conviction. You're facing up to a year in jail and/or a $4,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you. Okay.
Officers were dispatched to an apartment complex in Harris County, Texas. The complaining witness stated that he observed the defendant naked in the apartment pool and asked him to leave. The complaining witness stated he later observed the defendant naked while sitting on a patio bench while masturbating. When officers arrived on scene, the defendant continued masturbating while in the officer's presence.
Reading.
I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with the case, Mr. Paez Gonzalez. If I test you for drugs and alcohol, what are you going to test positive for? I'm sending you now for a drug and alcohol test. I want to know what, if anything, you're going to test positive for. You're to come right back. If you fail to come back, I'm going to revoke your bond and I'm going to make it high. Do you understand? Hey, Vic?
Yes.
I'm sending him for a drug test.
Okay.
And then when he comes back, we'll appoint him someone. But you are to come right back after your drug test. Do you understand? Okay, head on over that way.
Right this way.
We still need to do a whole host of conditions after the fact, but we'll do it after the drug test. Goes it?
Pretty good, Judge. Oh, with my
With
client.
her.
Thought we were just, I thought we were just having
I
polite
know that
conversation. She's doing well. She's actually done with SOP on Sunday. I was just informed by the CLO, the only issue is she owes $600 and they won't release the certificate until she pays. But other than that, she's in good
She's
shape.
completed it?
She doesn't complete it until the 14th. The counselor said she's actually participating, everything is good, it's just the payment.
Are you working? What do you,
Yes, Judge.
what do you do?
I am a exotic dancer.
So tell me why you can't pay.
I'm not made out of money. I've already paid.
You know, nice passive aggressiveness. I mean,
That's not what I meant.
really?
That's really why. It's a lot of money that I've been paying, and I have a kid that I take care of. I am trying, and I paid $300 down. I didn't realize I missed my payment, and now I'm so close to the end that instead of $300, it's $600. I can totally get it, and I will.
They charge you double?
No,
She
I
missed
said,
a payment in September and then one was due this week.
I've got it. Okay, so, but it's the normal course of what she would be paying regardless. Yeah. They tell you, and you know that when you pick up a DWI, it's extremely expensive. It's big business for everyone. And the more DWIs you get, everything doubles up. So, and then after SOP, is that the last thing? Okay. When is she done?
The 14th, Monday.
If you pay it off that day, then they end up dismissing the case. So, you know, the sooner you pay it, the sooner you're done. Do you want to set it for just next week, one day, to make sure that it gets done?
If the court wants to, Judge, I think she'll get it done, but,
Yeah, I mean, we have to set it for a day, right?
yeah, that'd be great. So can we do the late end of the week?
Sure. Any day but Friday. You know, the only other thing I'm going to counsel you on is that the kind of business you're in, the peer pressure is absolutely enormous.
Yes.
To consume, you know, alcohol, illegal drugs, all that kind of stuff. So be very wary of that. And then I guess the most important thing is just don't get into a car
the
behind the
DWI
wheel.
program has helped me a lot, and I like being sober now.
Well, look, the only thing we're trying to impart to you is that if you're going to get lit, great. Just don't get into a car. That's all we care about. Just, it's really, push a button on your phone, get the car waiting, $20, wherever you want to go. How much money have you paid for all this? Thousands and thousands, right? $20. All right, pick a day.
Thursday, next week, Judge?
Done. Good luck, man. Okay.
Thank you. Good to see you. Have a good day.
You are on bond for a tampering case, and you've now picked up a burglary of a motor vehicle. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor. On April 14th, 2025, in Harris County, Texas, a law enforcement officer was flagged down by the complaining witness. The complaining witness advised the officer that a male had just broken into the complaining witness's motor vehicle and drove off in a different motor vehicle. Another witness observed the defendant break into the complaining witness's motor vehicle and provided cell phone video to the police. Additionally, the complaining witness observed the defendant break into his motor vehicle and chased the defendant through the parking lot. The officer pursued the defendant on foot.
And here's the hammer. Bond revoked. GPS monitor. Zero tolerance. This is the court drawing a hard line. Freedom comes with surveillance, and one more mistake means everything collapses. This is what happens when someone burns through judicial patience.